We can talk about anything you want, dude. Talk about anything you want.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you because you're, you're going hard on the Trump train.
You have to.
Thing.
Yeah, you can, the lower the better right here, especially
lower
for the
camera,
better. Yeah, so you catch your lip. Yeah, mouth moving. There you go. That's perfect.
No one wants to see my lips.
You're fine.
Maybe
right
some
there,
guys
dude.
in West Hollywood, huh?
And we're here.
All right.
We are.
we are.
Yeah, we are.
I forgot where I was.
What were you saying before that?
I don't remember.
Going hard on Trump stuff.
You're on the Trump train.
Yeah, dude.
That's fun.
I am, man. I'm gonna go full force.
How's that treating you?
You
LA?
can imagine. You can imagine how it should. No, actually, it's obviously when I first started, like during the summer, the last time we met.
Is this the podcast?
Yeah. This is the podcast. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Wait, do you have the hot filter on me? Do I look fat?
Not at all.
I think
dude.
I said that the last time I was on here. Okay, sorry.
No, you're.
Man, you have good teeth.
No, I don't. They're
What?
horrible, dude.
They're good
horrible.
teeth.
No, not at all.
All right.
I got a new haircut though.
That looks good too.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
Oh,
I didn't go through my girlfriend this time.
It's she cuts your hair?
No. Well, she approves the haircuts.
Oh, okay.
And I was feeling ballsy. I was like, not for this one. I got it, babe. I got it, and I didn't get it.
What? It was actually the first thing I noticed when you walked out, and I thought you looked good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Does she like it?
She's gotten used to it. I think she's gotten used to it.
All right.
I gotta get used to it still.
Go to Glendale, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good barbershop there.
Are Armenians cutting out there?
I mean, they should be Armenian. I don't think they are Armenian though.
No.
I've been there a few times. They're not Armenian.
Yeah. You got a nice haircut going on.
Oh yeah, do I?
Yeah, I like it.
It's from them.
Is it in Glendale?
This whole podcast, I'm just looking at the Glendale. Yeah, go there. Everyone.
I love Glendale. That was the first place I went to when I first moved out here.
You love Trump. That makes sense.
Is Glendale a Trump area?
I don't know. I think so.
It's a Filipino area.
Armenians aren't woke, are we?
I don't know. I don't know a lot of Armenians. A lot of people make fun of the whole Armenian and Glendale thing.
Oh yeah, everybody hates the Armenians.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we drive fast and smoke a lot, and it bothers people. This is a terrible. Let's start again.
No, dude,
hey, what about these MAGA guys?
I love them, dude.
Yeah,
pro MAGA in LA, man.
Are you gonna go to a Trump rally?
No, I'm not gonna get that serious with it. Like,
so what got you this into Trump? Are you actually this into Trump, or what is the reality?
Trump? The reality of it is that I've heightened my support for Trump. Like I do support Trump.
Okay.
I'm heightening it because I am in LA.
It's funny,
and it's funny to fucking get how people get fucking pissed off about it, right? Especially because like we've had to sit here for 4 years and hear everything that they've had to say, and then I do one fucking thing and everyone loses their shit.
Hey, are people mad at you?
Oh yeah,
really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They won't show it, like they won't say it, but they'll show it.
Oh yeah, what do they do?
There's been instances, obviously, a whole bunch of people unfollowed me. A whole bunch of are unfollowing actively.
Oh man, that's good. I've been losing followers. I love it.
Me too.
I mean, it's like I want to have negative followers.
Yeah.
I want AI to be sick of me. You know, like I want the algorithm to be like, I can't even
Fuck
take this guy. Yeah. Negative followers. That's what I'm I'm trying to work on a bit about that. That's what I want.
But yeah, losing followers. But I don't forget where I was going with that. But yeah, I don't know, dude.
It blows my mind, dude. Like I don't like Trump. I'm not I've never voted for him. And I probably never will just because but it blows my mind how people are about him. You know what I mean? Like he's the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the fucking bad guy is what we're living in, you know,
terrible,
and what we've been living in for like 40, 50 years or however the fuck long, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, our government is so corrupt on every
insane.
level, and like nobody cares, but like Trump gets out there and says ridiculous shit and everyone loses their mind. You know what I mean? Like he's like the symptom of the disease. People think he's the disease. He's just, you know, he's a symptom of people being so fed up with our fucked up system that they turn to him, you know? That's all he is. But I don't know why people focus on him so much. Right. I mean, that's just what I think. I don't know what you think, but
for sure they're focusing on him because everything that Joe Biden has done bad, every single person who's supported Joe Biden or is a very left-leaning liberal will always be like, well, what about Trump? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's not the point. It's just like your guy is just not doing the right, like not doing good.
Well, of course he's brain dead. I mean, it's not even a joke. I honestly feel bad for him. Like, but it's not even the point. Just like our government is so messed up and has been for so long.
Right.
I mean, we like just run by. I feel like, you know, billionaires run our fucking government. That's who's really like. It's not even an election. You know, we don't really have a choice at the end of the day. I think the people, Trump and Biden, are not the ones making decisions. You know what I mean? That's what I think, at least. I don't know, man. Have you ever looked at like who donates to like political campaigns?
It's insane.
That's who's making the decisions.
Yes.
You know, like even Trump. Like this is another thing with Trump I don't get. There's all these people that are like, oh, we can't let Trump win or fascism will come to America. He was already president for 4 years. Like fascism didn't come to America. I mean, and then there's people that are like, oh, he's going to make America great again. Well, he was already president for 4 years. Nothing much changed. So I don't really get the outrage. I feel like we should be mad at the system, not at the establishment, exactly, not at Trump or Biden. It's the establishment. And yeah, Trump is somewhat of an outsider in terms of he hasn't been in politics his whole life. But I don't think he's going to do much different. I also think he's like a narcissist and at the end of the day would do anything to benefit himself over anyone else, the country or anyone else. I feel like I hope I'm not bumming you out here.
No, because I was just going to say, because that's exactly why we need Trump, everybody.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's why you think he's good.
No, not the narcissistic part, obviously not. But I mean, at the end of the day, everyone is somewhat narcissistic. And if you were approached by people every single day, like that Trump is approached by the media and just by the press, period, I 100% think that everyone would react the same way. Like, fuck you, get the fuck out of my face. You're fucking telling lies, all that shit, right?
Yeah, that's true. So I mean, he definitely gets questions and attitude that, you know, Biden doesn't get or other politicians don't get.
And even just like I don't know what her position is, but her name, like Corinne Jean-Pierre.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's even treated differently compared to... or whatever her position is, she's treated differently than Trump's person who was in that position.
Oh,
like,
okay.
The answers that she gives the press.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Is completely just like what?
Nonsense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and if Trump's administration were to do that, it's just like...
Oh, yeah, there's so many things like that because they're just covering for their side, I think. You know, most of the mainstream media is left, is on the left. So, you know, they're not going to... They're not going to call out bullshit.
Right.
They'll call it out when it's what was her name? Kelly McEnany? Was that her name?
The one before
Trump's.
I don't remember her name now.
Okay, I think that was her, the blonde girl. I don't remember.
So,
yeah. It feels like forever ago for some reason.
Would you say though that the past 4 years has been different than Trump's 4 years?
In what way?
I guess.
I wish I was better at talking about this stuff. I'm not.
No, I feel like you're better than me.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a moron with this. I really am.
I need to be way more articulate. I feel like I know what I want to say, and I need to get better at saying.
No, well, you were very articulate with what you said about the Biden and Trump, how it's not either of them, how we're getting mad at mad at the wrong person. Like, you were very articulate with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, the system is in place to keep us fighting with each other and keep people in place and keep people down. That's what all this race stuff is and the gender stuff. It's just like bullshit to keep us fighting with each other. So we're not looking at who's actually screwing us, which is like the billionaire class. You know what I mean?
Want to get conspiracy theories here? Like, do you think it's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers?
I don't think it's one.
The Orsinis?
No, I think it's just, you know, George Carlin used to talk about this. You don't need like he would say, I forget exactly what he said, but he would, you know, you don't need like a organized conspiracy. When interests merge, he said, you don't need to, you know what I mean? All these people are this is what Carlin said. He was like, they went to the same universities. They're in the same clubs. They all know what benefits them. You know what I mean? Okay, here's a conspiracy-ish thing. Like, you know, we were locked down for years. That created a massive wealth transfer from the poor to the billionaire class. Like, that, to me, that does not seem like a coincidence. Like, I think,
especially now that they're coming out with all this information. Oh, it's just like the 5-day flu. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I made a joke about that recently. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know if it was like in a coordinated, COVID was this coordinated thing. That's maybe over the top, but but I definitely think that, like Carlin would say, interests merge. You know, like these people knew they were benefiting off of keeping things shut down. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not crazy, I don't think, to think that they would keep that going if they knew they were benefiting from it financially. I don't know. I think people have too much faith in institutions,
Right.
that they have our best interest
they
in
have
heart.
no
Like,
idea who these
dude,
people are.
People are selfish and fucked up. Most people, like, you have to be very careful. Like, you know. And what sucks is we've lost, a lot of people have lost faith in all of our institutions because of this reason.
100%.
And there were so much lies during COVID and you know, different stories told.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I know you talked about this, I think, last time I was here, but with the vaccines and everything, and
well, yeah, and it's just like a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out now that fucking a group of people were saying before, literally all the information was coming out, right? It's just like the flu. Vaccines don't work, right?
I mean,
people are getting sick from the vaccine. I mean, the CDC, if this is misinformation, then I apologize, but the CDC did a study and they were saying like, number one, I don't know if this is true, but if you've gotten the vaccine and a couple, like 4 boosters or something like that, it's 24 years has been taken off your life expectancy. I don't know if that's real or not. Something I've seen.
That was a study or something?
Yeah, by the CDC. But they're also saying that there's these mysterious tumors that are showing up in young people all over the world.
I know there's like, I work on a show called The Jimmy Dore Show, and they're always talking about how there's an uptick and there's like excess deaths. Mm-hmm. Like people, we know how many people usually die every year, and it's like raised since COVID.
Okay.
And so that they're always talking about is that a sign that maybe the vaccine is causing some of that. I have no idea, but yeah, I know people talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it just blows my mind how everybody just, especially on the left, because I was on the left most of my life, and to me it was always question authority, and then it became into this thing of like, you know, obey what the guy on the TV says or what the government tells you,
and the guy on the TV is not even present.
Exactly. Yeah, the president, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel like it all came from this, like, I mean, people call it Trump derangement syndrome, right? It's like you think Trump is so evil and so bad that, like, you just anything to fight him or people that like him, you know what I mean? So it's like, so you'll go along with anything, you know what I mean? Like we literally have a brain dead president right now, and people want to act like it's not a thing because Trump is bad.
That's wild to me. And all these celebrities now are coming back out. If Trump fucking wins, I'm not going to perform in America until he's out of the presidency.
We all know that didn't happen last time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people focus on Trump like is that who's screwed up our country for the past 40 years? You know what I mean? Like, all of our jobs have been shipped overseas. We've gotten into multiple regime change wars that we were lied to about. Was that Trump? Like, what? Like, there's people sleeping and shitting on the street at every corner here in LA. Like, is this Trump? Like, why aren't people, you know, so many people don't even have a living wage in the country. People are working, like, they do these job number reports, you know, where it's like, oh, the 3% unemployment. It's like, yeah, because people are working multiple jobs.
Exactly.
The jobs don't pay much.
Thank you.
Cost of living is insane.
They get no benefits, none of that stuff.
Why aren't people, like, protesting that instead of like, oh my God, Trump? Like, dude, yeah, I don't like Trump either, but he's not the problem. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. They just don't know. That was literally an argument I got with a buddy of mine who seems like very liberal, but that was the first thing he said was jobs have risen, and one quick Google search you would find that information, everything that you had just said. It's like they don't count double jobs, sometimes triple of the jobs, right? Some people are working 3 jobs.
Yeah,
a lot of these jobs are like government, healthcare, and hospitality jobs, but hospitality jobs is like Uber Eats, which doesn't require anything, like no resume, nothing. You can just, I'd said it on a solo podcast, you could literally just get the job, like right? You sign in an app, drunk and high, and then just fucking go make your first delivery,
Yeah.
and you got the job.
Right.
But like those are the requirements for these types of jobs, which is insane to me. And then we don't need more government jobs. Like the government jobs, like it's more jobs and more money for the government. That's not clearly it's not working.
Right.
And they're taking all that money anyway and fucking giving it to fucking God knows who.
Yeah, okay, there you go. There's more fascism in America. Like they're literally taking your money and sending it around the world.
Yeah.
As people outside your doorstep are suffering and dying, and you're suffering. You can barely afford. The only way I feel like someone is cool with this is if they are somehow like financially privileged, like maybe they're well off or something. I don't know. But how can you not be upset? If you have any struggle with money yourself, how could you, which most people do.
Well, that's a lot of the people who are like gung-ho about, let's basically the left are those people most of the time.
Like well off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And young and naive.
That's true.
Like they've never had to like do anything like hustle to get something, it feels like, right? Like, I mean, I'm not saying they haven't had to do that, but they just don't know. I don't know. I don't want to fucking offend.
Or maybe they're just not thinking in depth about it. I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, it's headlines. Headlines are easy, dude.
Because, dude, people are caught. Right. Headlines are easy.
Headlines are easy.
People are more focused on their lives than they are the details of this garbage.
Right.
Which is healthier. We shouldn't be doing this right now. We should be having fun. We should.
This is somewhat fun. You're right. Like
No,
I'm
I
learning
like
from you.
talking about
I'm learning from you.
Or me,
right?
I don't know anything.
No, dude,
No,
you'd
I
be
was right.
surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm very like no.
Yeah, they were like, I work on the Jimmy Dore show, like I said, and they were talking about how they used to count job numbers differently, like 40 years ago. They changed how they count it to make it like look better. So now it's like if someone comes off unemployment, I forget exactly what it is, but I think it's like if you fall off unemployment, because your unemployment only goes what, like 3 months or something? I forget how long it goes. They won't count you as like unemployed anymore. So
what do they count you as?
I don't know.
Unclassified or like?
I don't know actually. I shouldn't have talked about this because I should have known what I was talking about first.
No,
But
you're fine.
But yeah, they've changed how they report job numbers basically. So like the 3%, and like we were just saying too with the
Double jobs and triple jobs. Yeah.
With all that and the fact that they don't pay anywhere near what you need to make.
Yeah, again, no benefits, no fucking medical, no insurance, nothing like that.
Right.
And that's all like that's in previous years, that's what you would work towards.
So
right?
like that combined with, I'm not explaining this well, but they did change how they report the job numbers. Like if you took that all into consideration, unemployment's probably super high in reality. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
yeah.
The number would be way more.
Right.
If you actually looked at the reality of it. But, they fudged the numbers to make it look.
Dude, 100%.
Like
Everyone fudges everything, dude.
And that goes for so many things, I don't know. It's real 1984 stuff. And I know people always talk about this all the time, but I don't know, it's crazy all the like wool they try to pull over people's eyes, and most people are just kind of go along with it, which I get because you're not really focused on this stuff. I mean, even we have our own personal lives to lead, so
right.
But it's still baffling to me what we've all just learned to go along with. Do you know what I mean? Like, dude, we've spent billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, to Israel, and there's people dying on the street right now as I'm talking, probably on this doorstep.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, what?
I haven't seen the guy in a couple of days. I don't know.
And instead of yelling about that on social media, people are talking about how fascism is going to come because of real estate game show guy. Donald Trump. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it, know? And then our information too, like, a lot of the, like all these media companies are owned by these giant corporations too. I mean, that's basically who's controlling all our information.
Yeah.
I don't know. why aren't people more upset about this stuff? Like,
I think they just want to find a scapegoat, right?
Yeah,
they
Trump's
can put,
an easy scapegoat.
like it's like putting a name to a face to the name type thing. Like, who is our enemy? Donald Trump.
But that's why people support Trump, because they've been screwed for 40 years at least. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like our jobs are gone. I already said this shit, but our jobs are gone. You know, these huge corporations run everything. We've been in these wars. We send all our money overseas. Like, everything's so clearly corrupt. That's why people vote like Trump, because they look at him as like a wrecking ball to the system.
Which do you think he is or no?
No, I don't.
You think he's kind of part of the plan?
I don't think he's part of the plan. I think he's just out for himself. And he was already president for 4 years. He didn't really do that much different than your average president. I don't think. I mean, he did some good things. He did some bad things, just like every president, but nothing was that out of the... Did you feel like he did anything like totally kind of turning the system on its head?
Well, to be honest with you, during his whole presidency, I wasn't fucking with him.
You didn't like
him?
Okay.
Like I said, I wasn't like, I was liberal my whole life up until the summer of 2020.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Like hardcore liberal. Like
Me too.
And like the liberal we see today, where it's like, yeah, I'm a liberal. I don't want to hear it. I just fucking believe whatever fucking what liberal says.
That happens all the time, dude.
Yeah.
I've tried to talk to people about this stuff.
That was me.
It's always, they don't even want to talk about it.
That was me. And then they'll just fucking change the subject right
It's
away.
really crazy when you challenge, and I do my best to not be this way. And I used to be this way probably. No, definitely I used to be more this way. But yeah, people don't like having their ideology challenged, or their what the reality that they have in their head. It's very
Fragile.
disturbing to have your reality questioned. And I get it, because it's happened. I've been that way too. And you know, it is disturbing because you think something's true, and if someone like makes you questions that, you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's angering, or you
Right,
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, absolutely.
I get it, but I learned how dangerous that is. But that's why propaganda works so well. You know, because people are easy. I don't know. People are easy to manipulate.
100%.
Myself included.
Yeah.
And
Me too. We all are, dude.
yeah,
We all are.
yeah. It's hard to give up your, especially if you've had a long held belief. It's hard to like get that out of you. I mean,
Yeah.
what's disturbing to me is just how politics is like religion now. That it's a religious belief. That that's what's scary to me. Although I was saying, like, woke is the only religion that like people are embarrassed to be. Like, I don't know. Like, when I call someone woke, they're like, "What even is woke? I'm not woke." Have you encountered
No
this?
kidding. No,
Yeah,
I never know.
You've never heard people like, "What even is woke?" You've never heard that?
Dude, no.
Oh, I've heard that so many times.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
People just call anything woke. I don't even know what woke is. You haven't heard people be
No.
like this? Okay.
I've never heard that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I
see
don't
it
have.
all the
I'm not
time.
around a lot of woke people, I guess.
I mean, I'm around some, but I see it online a lot for sure.
Oh, okay, okay. No,
but
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I find that funny. Okay, I thought a lot of people had seen that. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I find that funny. Just be woke. You know, if you're woke, just be woke.
Just be
You don't
woke,
have to-
yeah. If you're gonna be pro MAGA, then just be pro MAGA, dude.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Dude, what I get, people think I'm a Trump MAGA guy.
Really?
Well, because
Well, if you're not with the left and you're, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
already assumed that you're for.
Yeah, and
Trump.
it's not even like if you're just even a little bit not with the left.
Right, exactly.
Like if you disagree on like one minor topic, you might as well be David Duke. You
Yep.
know, you might as well be a fucking KKK member.
Exactly.
Because you know, you think maybe the lockdowns went on too long. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be any little thing.
Anti-vax, all that stuff, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking way too much on this
dude.
podcast.
You're doing just fine.
I think I made like one good point.
I thought that was a Black Lives Matter shirt.
It should be. No, it's a Bad Religion shirt. They're a punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people always think I'm some like Trump guy just because I don't even know why.
Well, like I said, I just think it's as soon as you start to question anything that the
Yeah,
left is
because
giving you.
I don't think that like I don't even know what the left. What is the left now? I don't know what it is.
It's
Like,
way too far.
is Biden the left? That doesn't seem like the left.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know what's going on.
Like, what is liberal? Because I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what these words mean anymore.
It's like there's a switch almost. Well, no, I don't want to say there's a switch.
Yeah, there wasn't really a switch. I don't know. Like the Republicans just seem like similar to how they've always been to me, and then yeah, I guess the Democrats seem to have moved into some weird territory that I don't understand.
Where do you feel like your values?
I don't know. I feel like, and people say this, and then other people make fun of. I still feel like I'm a liberal, but I'm like a '90s liberal, which by today's standards feels like people think you're some kind of right-wing guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, just common sense stuff that, I don't know, like, yeah, that's why I say what is left now, because 90s liberals were anti-war, pro-free speech.
Right.
Yeah, like 90s liberals, like anti-war, pro-free speech. I mean, even...
Fuck the establishment.
Fuck the establishment. Yeah, I mean, even I've seen speeches from Bill Clinton talking about how we need to shut the border down, saying very similar things to what Trump says. You know what I mean?
Wow.
From the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how much different everything is.
Well,
like,
obviously anything fucking back then before Obama was racist. You know what I mean? Like every little thing that we said was racist before a certain fucking time.
Apparently.
According to the left.
According to the left.
According to
okay.
the left. Yeah.
But is that the left? I don't know that doesn't feel left to me. That feels authoritarian. A cult, a religion, authoritarian type stuff. That's not left to me. That's not liberal. That's the opposite of liberal.
Yeah. Now, is that Marxism? Because I don't know anything.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to know.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I know people throw that word around, but I haven't even read Karl Marx.
Yeah,
have you? Like, so
no,
I don't feel comfortable even talking about
true.
it.
We'll probably cut that out. Yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine. No, people talk about that stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like the right does the same thing too?
The right, in which way?
Like the extreme of because the ideologies of what's going on and like what's being fed to us, what's going on in the education system, the schooling system, the kids, like that's very extreme, dude. Very extreme. And I don't think anyone on the right would do anything that extreme. I mean,
it depends what we're talking about. Obviously, there's like, I don't know. Yeah, extreme right. There is extreme right. I mean, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene's kind of a moron.
Okay,
but
I don't know too much about her.
Okay,
I've seen her at obviously the most recent.
I mean, there's like QAnon people and stuff like that. You know, there's crazies on the right too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem as prevalent as what's going on the left, because I don't think they have the cultural power. You know, that most of our institutions are controlled by woke ideology, by the left, which I don't even feel like is the left. But
so do you
know what I mean? Like whether it be the media, entertainment industry, colleges, news, most of our newspapers and all that. Yeah, I was just curious. That's why I asked you to do one of these, is like because I saw you were doing more political stuff, and what made you decide to do that?
I guess honestly, it's one of those things where it's almost freeing that I can talk about this stuff now. And look, like I said, I support Trump, but it's one of those things where it's like WWE for me. Like I'm doing it in a WWE style where it's just fucking crazy.
So
yeah. So it's like it's very heightened of me.
I feel like the election, it might as well be WWE.
Exactly. It's almost like a thing for me where if I can't beat them, join them, right? Like I'm gonna join the circus, dude.
It is a circus.
I'm gonna join the circus, and I'm gonna hopefully one day it'll pay off.
Yeah.
Right? Because dude, I've been showing some people, like some big people who come through. I'm like, what do you think about this? And every single one, who are obviously the ones I'm comfortable with, who are a little bit more right leaning, they're like, dude, you're gonna blow up. Like,
probably.
Or I don't want to say that, but they're like, dude, this is gonna do well because of your ethnicity. And then I'm like, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because a lot of you don't see a lot of Filipinos talking about Trump. You know what I mean? And that can only help me.
Yes. That happens.
I don't know, dude. Like the number one thing is that I'm just enjoying making these reels and talking about this stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's
like
fun.
it's hilarious to me, and it's hilarious how how my approach is, especially with the Trump stuff. How I've gone more and more like WWE with it, right? Like it's serious, but it's like only as serious as you take it. Right, like it's not serious. Like I'm fucking.
No,
it's just a heightened fucking thing.
It's clear.
Am I gonna
that
vote for him? I don't even know. I really don't even
That's
fucking
awesome,
know,
dude. That makes it
yeah,
better.
I really don't even fucking know. I just like pissing people off, to be honest with you. Like,
No, it's great. It's like you're playing a character.
yeah,
And it's fun.
Yeah.
I and that comes through, I think, in the videos.
Okay.
It's clear that it's fun. I mean, you'd have to be a really uptight, which a lot of people are,
Yeah.
to get offended by it. Yeah, I don't. To me, it's like I just think it's funny that people think it's an election year. You know, like I don't.
think it's an election year.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm approaching it every time I step off stage. I'm like, don't forget to vote. 2024 this is the most important election of
But
of our
it's a
lifetimes.
joke, dude. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Every
It's a
election
joke.
is the most important.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's fucking WrestleMania,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, that's exactly- yes.
That's why it's great that you're doing WWE because like, yeah, caring about whether Trump or Biden wins, that's like, oh my God, is The Rock gonna win or is fucking?
I will say this: I do know for sure that I do not want fucking Biden to win.
Oh,
me
too.
I do not want this dude back in, or
No, me too.
fucking. I mean, and the thing is that I feel like the only viable Democrat they had was RFK, and they kicked him out of the fucking
Of course,
political
of
party,
course,
right?
dude? Because dude, they kicked Bernie out years ago. Like,
Did they? I didn't know that.
well, yeah, they rigged it against him. It all came out. You know, they were trying to get Hillary in there.
Oh, yeah, I did hear
Yeah.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and this is what this is fascism. Why aren't you worried? Why aren't people angry about that? Why?
It's
why aren't
wild,
you,
bro.
You just accept that, and you look at Trump. Like who? Trump is just a symptom of the disease.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it.
Just another chess piece.
No one I talk to is ever angry about all these things we've discussed on this podcast. You know what I
No,
mean?
and these are the things that I wake up to. I'm just pissed off about.
Yeah, but they're always like, oh, Trump could get back in. It's kind of
He
scary.
needs
It's
to be
like,
put in jail.
dude, like our whole fucking government should be in fucking jail. Like, what are you talking about? Trump? Like, dude, you're just talking about insider trading, like Nancy Pelosi.
Dude.
No one, why aren't you saying Nancy Pelosi should be in jail? Like,
It's wild.
these people have done way more damage to the country than Trump over the
Yes.
years. Like Joe Biden, especially, he did the '94 crime bill that put all these black people in prison.
They never
for-
want to fucking hear about that, dude. They don't want to listen to that
I just
kind of
don't
shit.
understand it, but I guess it's just the team politics bullshit and like your worldview of it's not left versus right. You know, maybe it used to be. I don't know, but now, you know, there's a group of. I just don't think that's who's running the country anymore. It's not. I don't know when it.
You think it's China?
No, I like how you said
China.
that. No, it's giant corporations. It's the campaign donors. It's all that. It's, you know, it's Pfizer and Moderna probably. You know what I mean? No, but like, you know, who's benefiting off of all these wars? Ukraine. It's like Raytheon. You know, it's not. I just think that's who's making decisions. It's not. I just don't think it's left versus right. I don't know.
But they're making it.
They're
left
all
versus-
pretty
yeah.
much work for the same people.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not even close to the first person to bring this up. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's just,
people
you
have been
just
talking about
follow
this
the
for
money.
years.
You just follow the money. See where it's coming
Yeah, but
from.
they
and
all
shit.
work for the same people.
Exactly,
There's a lot of campaign donors that donate to both parties equally.
That's true, actually.
And then
I
whoever
have
wins,
seen-
they can control. Like, what do you? And you're mad because people are voting for Trump? Why aren't you mad at that? Why? What? It's insane.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like having a breakdown on your podcast. That's,
You're fine.
Is
Dude,
this-
it gets, dude, I'm telling you, man, this is why I fucking do these like the only time I really get into politics is my solo episodes because I get this emotional.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen any of them, but I do get that emotional.
yeah, I probably wouldn't be this emotional. I like that you get emotional.
Well, because it's just, I'm so tired of getting played, dude. Like we're all just getting played. And it's like
no one
layers to the
cares.
shit, dude. There's like layers. I just had a podcast with a homie. And we got into conspiracy theories, and we were talking about how there's just layers to these things, dude. And it's
Yes.
like, we'll never understand it. I mean, it's in our face, but they'll just never admit it, right? Like whoever it is, like running the fucking world or whatever, or
of
America or
course.
whatever it is, they'll just never admit it. So we'll just never know. And I think that is a piece to what causes people to go crazy, right? Like to go way deep into the conspiracy theory hole.
Yeah,
right. It's
of
just
course.
because
It's just people looking out for their own interests. I feel like it's not that complicated, you know. And there's a group of very rich and powerful people that do that, and they control most of the shit. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been kind of depressed lately. I have been depressed and just like kind of like, and then my depression's got me thinking. It's like, how the fuck do we, like, why is this like, why do we live this way? Almost right. Like, why is it structured to where we got to do this thing every day?
Are you so you're depressed about like what we're talking about, this kind of stuff, political stuff, or other things?
Well, I like I said, I think that's like, you know, an ingredient to the soup, right, of my depression.
Yeah.
A lot more personal stuff, nothing crazy with like a relationship, but more so just me,
Okay.
and stuff like that, right? Like just to get in a little bit, like 9 months ago when I started comedy, it was completely different, right? Like I was unemployed, I didn't know what I was doing, and then like now, like I'm doing really well. I'm at a job where I'm getting paid pretty good, and at the same time, I'm able to do other shit, like do my podcast whenever I want, go hit mics, write, you know what I mean, spend time with my girlfriend, but I'm just not happy. Right?
Weird. Okay.
It's like, it's almost one of those things where 9 months ago, I wasn't even depressed. I was just stressed out to get to a place like this. And now that I'm here, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this feels weird. Like, not that I don't deserve it, not that I do deserve it, right? But it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, like, what am I doing?
Why do you feel that way? What?
I have no idea, bro. I really don't know.
So
I couldn't articulate it. I've been thinking about this for like the past couple of days.
So you're in a good place, you feel?
I feel like, yeah, this is the best in terms of 7 years in LA. This is the best place I've ever been, where it's like I'm able to, because working in film, you know, film, it's like you have these 12, 14-hour days. You can't do anything. I wouldn't be able to hit a mic after that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like now I'm making great money. I'm meeting great people here. I'm doing my own thing, creating my own stuff and building my own thing.
Yes.
But it's like, am I happy? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten too comfortable, and I don't know how to get uncomfortable at a place like this.
Huh. Why do you feel comfortable? What?
I think I feel comfortable. That's a good question. Why do I feel comfortable?
I've seen your act. You shouldn't be too comfortable. I'm joking.
No, that's good. I know. But I honestly think it's because of the comedy, because lately, these past couple months, I haven't been writing. I've just been like, oh, I can just go up there and kind of just riff off people and then find my bits that way. Because I've gotten so comfortable now on stage to where I just go like 8th or 9th and just at the end and then just kind of riff off everyone else. But I now that I've been writing, I felt a little bit better, and I've been getting out of the slump of, you know, this like stand-up slump I've been in for like 2 weeks. I'm crawling out of it, but even
I've been in a stand-up slump for about 4 years, so no, dude, I think it sounds like, yeah, I think this is a natural thing that happens with stand-up.
Yeah.
You were probably excited in the beginning, maybe, and then it becomes more of a grind.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Especially the writing thing.
Yeah.
That gets to be tricky. I think it's easy to come up with your first like 5 minutes because everything's brand new and you've never done it, and you're coming up with like your 5 minutes. But then after that, it just becomes kind of a grind of like, okay, well, where do I go from here? You know? And if you're going to mics every day and all that, and you're part of the comedy scene, that can get to be a grind in of itself, where you're like, if you're seeing the same people and going to the same places, you have to find ways to make that be productive for yourself. Because it can be, especially if the mics are miserable, which a lot can be, you know, can be demoralizing. It can get you down. Yeah, I don't know. Are you putting pressure on yourself for writing new material?
Yeah, kind of, because it's like, it's one of those things where I'm on stage. I don't want to bring the political stuff on stage, right?
Why?
Because I didn't know how to in a tasteful way.
Okay.
Recently, I just figured it out. It's like, I'm just going to talk about like why I do support Trump. And I kind of put like my mom in there. Basically, Trump kind of like reminds me of like an old Asian mom. My mom always used to tell me I'm stupid, you're a liar, right? And Trump is like,
so
shut
good.
your mouth, you're misinformation.
That's so
yeah.
funny.
So like, I'm trying to bring that now with the politics and my private life, and
that's
mix it
really
together.
good.
Because I had to, because I've been in this rut, I think, because it's like, I have fun talking about politics in front of the camera when I'm here by myself, but I can't do it on stage because I'm afraid how everyone will look at me.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, but if I can do it tasteful, because you do it really tasteful, in my opinion. You really do. You're one of my favorite, like in terms of the political stuff, you're one of my favorites in the open mic game right now in LA that I've seen who do it in such a, like in a dance, right? Like you swing one way and then you come back and then make fun of the other. And it always seems like you're in the middle. It's just you're just pointing out the obvious.
I actually do feel I'm in the middle politically. No one believes me when I say they think I'm a Trump person or something, or I don't know what they think.
Probably this podcast probably won't help you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I just sorry. I just can't believe like just how just that attitude of you're with us, you're against us attitude. It's very authoritarian, and it just blows my mind. Especially coming from the left. Yeah. I'll never get over it, dude, because I was on that side for most of my life.
Same here.
And now I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
I feel like Anyway, political material.
Yeah, no, you do it really well.
Oh,
you do it really
thanks,
well.
Dude. Yeah, someone was telling me they really like one of my jokes, and I don't know, dude. I can't believe this one joke. Actually, most of the jokes that end up being jokes that people tell me they love are jokes that I thought I had to throw out because they were like too offensive, or someone yelled at me for it, or got a terrible response, especially at open mics. Yeah. This is why like open mics can be very detrimental, I think. Like, I think a lot of people's attitude is just go get on stage anywhere in front of everybody. Just go, 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 go. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, they can be detrimental. I have a lot of jokes that have killed at shows repeatedly, and I do it at a mic. A lot of time people look like I committed a hate crime. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like political or controversial.
I think it's just LA, bro.
It is LA.
It's just LA.
But you say that and people are like, well, you're just not funny enough. It's like, I might not be funny enough, but it's also, I mean, I have no idea, but you know, it is an LA thing. It is or if it's not LA, it's an ideological thing. Like you have a worldview. If I get on stage and talk about race, it's almost like, I don't know if it matters what I say. You're going to think it's not good that I'm doing that or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have, I can't figure it out, dude. You know, I have a joke about, I don't know, are we getting into jokes now? Or
yeah, we can.
No, I have a joke about, well, you know, I have a joke about sending homeless people to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like someone yelled at me for that joke, and I stopped doing it for like a month. And then I brought it back, and everyone's loved it. And now that's the joke that people bring up to me most.
Oh,
They're
wow.
like, this joke's amazing and blah, blah, blah. And it went viral online. And
nice, dude.
And then, but like that, you know, that shows like how these mics are dangerous. And then I have this other joke about fucking genocide. And it's like, how is that not too offensive? People come up to me, they're like, oh, that's a great joke. It's like, that's okay, but like if I say some other thing,
you don't worry about what these people say, bro. They're just
I just can't figure it out, dude. Like I had a guy tell me, it was just fast. The joke is, you know, that there's 20,000 people dead in Gaza. That's terrible, you know, but we did have the week-long ceasefire over there, though. That's good, right? Like the week-long ceasefire. That's going to be the first genocide with a halftime, you know? You know, you can call timeout on a massacre. I didn't know that. They should have had a genocide halftime show, you know, sponsored by Raytheon. So that's the joke. But
that's a good joke, bro. When people get pissed off at that.
Well, dude, I've done that in mics to like painful silence, you know, but then it has killed at shows. I almost got rid of it. I was like, oh, this is way too dark and too disturbing. And then also, if you call it a genocide, people get offended because they don't, you know,
dude.
If
it's just LA, bro. That shit would fucking kill everywhere.
Well, I had a guy tell me, you know, I don't even agree with you, and I think that joke's hilarious.
There you go.
So that's great, but you know, I'm just trying to make a point of like, you go to these mics, and you're gonna run into dead silence or even people getting mad. At least if you talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Fuck them.
But that's what interests me. This stuff interests me.
Dude.
I don't want to talk about dating apps. I don't want to talk about, I mean, I guess I can talk about that, but you know what I mean? Like this, I find this interesting. So
I say you keep running with it, dude. And I say you fucking hit the online thing more, honestly, because that shit you have with Josh Shakespeare, those things are hilarious.
The problem is those get shadow banned all the time. Because no one sees those videos.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you do even on TikTok?
Yeah, no one sees them anywhere. I'm shadow banned everywhere, dude. TikTok's going away, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Aren't
right.
they banning it?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get it sold to a non-Chinese company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to get it sold. I mean,
God, I
which
thought
I
it was
think
gonna
was
go away.
Trump was trying to do that too when he was in presidency.
That's
I remember
right. I forgot about
Like,
that.
Gonna sell it, but not to the Chinese. So that's weird. That's weird that that's come back.
What?
The TikTok thing. Which you know what's actually weird is that my Trump stuff gets pushed on Instagram and Facebook way more than it does on X and TikTok.
That's odd.
Like exactly.
Facebook, I can see. Instagram,
No.
I don't understand.
Dude, it's wild. It's one of those things where like 4 years ago, it would have been completely opposite, right? Like none of it, they'd shadow ban me for all this Trump stuff. Meta, and anyway, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then TikTok may have pushed it, right? But it's completely switched. It's
That's
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make sense of it. I don't know. I've been shadow banned for a while.
For what?
Just for political stuff. I can tell they don't share my stuff because of what it says,
Damn.
Yeah, it's very obvious. I have 41,000 followers on TikTok, and I'll post a video. A few of them recently, one of them got 60 views. I have 41,000 followers.
All natural? No kidding.
Because I had videos go viral like a year ago or something, but then they just stopped. They shut it down.
Have you been posting, or was there like a couple months?
I was.
lull?
I was consistent with it, but it just kept getting suppressed. So I just kind of gave up.
Yeah.
Because I got more interested in just real life shit like stand up.
Yeah.
That interests me more, real life stuff, stand up, than being on social media and stuff like that. But yeah, the TikTok ban. It's like I got a message from TikTok saying like, "Oh, write your congressman so that we protect your free speech, your right to free speech." They sent a message to me.
TikTok did?
Yeah, because they're trying to stop the ban. But
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I just found it hilarious because I'm trying to see if I can find it here on my phone. I'm sure I won't be able to because I'll ruin the podcast. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Speak up now before your government strips Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. This will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators, and deny artists an audience. This is from TikTok.
Oh, I did see that.
And I'm like, isn't that what you do to me every day? Like, what are you fucking talking about? That's what you do every day. You shadow ban my shit and anyone else that, says things you don't like. You have the balls to send me that? Like, I don't need the government to suppress it. You're already doing it. Like, I don't. That's something that bothers me. No one cares about that shit either. The just the censorship that's on these social media platforms.
Stupid.
The argument is it's a private company. It's like,
No.
wait till it affects you. Like now it's affecting you. You like it? Like
That's true. No, dude.
yeah. Wait till it affects you. That's what these people don't. That's the whole point of free speech. You can't just shut down the ones you don't like because then it'll eventually come for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see why people think you were pro MAGA now. Freedom of speech. Yeah.
That's what's fucking crazy is like pro free speech, anti-war. Those were like the huge things of the left my whole life up until when, like COVID probably. Or Trump, at least.
Yeah, Trump. I would say Trump, yeah.
Okay, that's when it changed. Yeah. Anti-war, pro-free speech. Yeah. Dude, I had friends arguing like that we should bomb Syria in like 2020. I was like, didn't we march in the like, anti-Iraq war marches like when we were younger? What are you talking about? Like, I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it
The pro-war, anti-free speech stuff from the left. I don't. It's wild.
I don't know where we go from here. That's what's the thing. It's like, where do we go from here?
Dude,
it's like
yeah.
Either they're just gonna keep doing the propaganda stuff, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse, right?
Dude, I don't know.
Because that's where it seems like it's going. It seems like people aren't waking up still, and it's just like, really, with fucking this guy in office, like no one.
But so, do you feel like if I feel like whether Trump or Biden win, not much is going to be the same garbage is just going to continue going on.
Well, I will say that again. I will say I don't want Biden to go to being president. I hope that if Trump does win, I hope that we do see something different. I hope things do feel different, but I highly doubt it because the media is just going to be fucking in everyone's ear about it.
What are some things that you would like hope that he would do? If I don't,
well, okay, no.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
No.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, fucking all these fucking bombings and wars, like this shit's got to stop.
Well, he didn't start a war.
He didn't start a war.
I think he's
That's
the
number
first
one.
president not start a war in like a very long time.
Exactly, and to me that is fucking huge.
It is
because it's like you can say anything you want about him, but he didn't start any wars. He's not a fucking like you said. He was a business guy, and then Biden comes in here with all this experience, and it's just fucking loose cannon.
Yeah,
everywhere's
experience
fucking
screwing over our country for years.
Insane, dude. Like it's insane, and people like it's so easy to just look at fucking research all the things Biden has done.
Dude, what did Trump do that was bad? That's what I want to know. Like why people think he's bad. Like I get everything he says. He says a lot of ridiculous shit. He says offensive things. He says things I don't agree with. But as far as like what he did, like he basically did just typical run-of-the-mill stuff. You know what I mean?
So you don't think he did anything extraordinary?
What?
Well, not even
I mean,
extraordinary.
the First Step Act was good. That's what, right? He made it so people could get out of prison earlier. I think that were charged with like lesser crimes or something like that. That was good.
He's even pardoned a whole bunch of people for right. Like
I don't know.
That? Like he's pardoned I think over almost 200 people.
Okay.
That were in prison for like even like just like stupid like weed and shit like that.
I know he did some work on that, and that's good.
Yeah.
But you know, people were outraged at his border stuff. Like, dude,
well, I mean, look at it now. Jesus.
Look at it now. First of all, it's way worse
Biden
now.
asked for help like 2 weeks ago. Remember that? We got to work together.
It's insane, dude. It's way worse now. But even before Trump, it was kind of a nightmare. And like they had built. Remember the kids in cages?
Yeah,
thing?
that was Obama.
Dude, yeah, there were kids in cages when Obama was.
They just didn't have any pictures come out.
Right, they didn't. The media
pictures,
wasn't blowing it up.
And I think some of those photos that came out under Trump's administration were from Obama's fucking administration. Yeah,
some of them.
But no one wants to talk about that. No one wants to fucking take credit. Like, no one wants to just take accountability for it.
But this is what I mean, where like it's all the same shit. Like nothing seems different to me. Whether it's Trump, Biden, Obama, Clinton, Bush, nothing that. Yeah, sure. I'm sure. Yeah, there's some minor differences, bro. You know, like, but.
No, would you say that? Because I remember when Trump was president, Congress was a lot more Democrats in there, right? Like or not Congress, but the.
I can't fucking remember now, dude. Everything blends together.
Yeah, but I think that's what. So that has like a lot to do with it because a lot of bills have to go through Congress for. Right? Like he can't just.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing about getting so upset about who's president is they only have so much power.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember. I want to say the Congress was Republican for the first 2 years, but then it switched. But I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Yeah,
everything blends together.
Yeah. No, but for one. That is one thing that I want Trump back for is just to fucking because I feel like no one fucked with him when he was a president, and like if
it seems that
seemed
way.
like it seemed that relationships were like with. Putin and even with fucking Kim Jong-un was better than any
it does seem that way, but I don't know if that's superficial or if it's actually true. You know that like people, they did seem more. I don't know. Yeah, they seemed more reluctant to start shit, but I don't know if that's just coincidence or who knows. I feel like Biden can't possibly be a good look though as the leader of the free world. You know. if
Not
I
at
if
all,
I was
dude.
one of these other countries, I'd be like, yeah, now's the time to strike.
Exactly,
Like, look
dude.
at this fucking
Exactly.
guy.
Exactly. And they are our
Yeah,
border.
no-
Well, I mean, fucking, you got fucking militants coming in there, right? Like from Syria, from fucking China, is what they're saying. Like,
Oh, at the border, you're
Yeah,
saying?
like, these
okay,
are,
I
like-
didn't hear that. I didn't
no,
hear- no.
So they have these, like, again, I don't know if this could be fucking fake
Okay,
news,
nice.
but there's videos and reports that there are militants, like in military age, like from 21 to like 26, bro, full on 6-pack. We're in fucking militia gear,
Coming through the border?
coming through the border.
But dude, that's what's so crazy is like, they make us take off. They have all these checks for us
Yeah,
at the
dude.
airport and everything.
Exactly.
But like the border's just wide open. Anyone can just come.
Exactly.
Like, it's none of it makes any sense.
It doesn't make
It's
any
like,
fucking sense, dude. You need a fucking ID to go fucking buy a pack of cigarettes.
oh, that was a big one I got shit for and lost friends over a long time ago was the ID thing that they tried
really?
to say that was racist. For to have voter ID is racist.
That was a wild one. When that happened, that
They'll
was a
probably
wild
say it again this year.
You think? You think that's gonna make a comeback?
What? Like what? Who doesn't? What adult doesn't have an ID? I don't know any adult. And they're like, well, you don't understand. Black people don't have the resources.
That
They
is
can't.
so racist.
It's so racist, dude.
So
And I would
racist.
made a joke about that, and they acted like I was the racist for poking fun at what they're saying.
That's good
you know?
propaganda, bro. That's how good propaganda works, man.
It's fucking
It's crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy, and that's just. I had a buddy, again on another podcast, but it was like we were talking about history, how we just don't know our own history, and we don't. I feel like
Yeah.
this is like just going away from politics now, but it's like
Yes.
one of those things where look how much of our history has been changed now. We went from, and just in our lifetime, we went from our forefathers being the greatest heroes of the country to them where got statues taken down, and now we got statues of George Floyd. Like that is who.
Is
we have
there
to-
one?
There's one.
Oh, that's
Saint Floyd.
funny.
They're calling him Saint Floyd.
No way.
Swear.
Come on.
Look it up. Look it up, bro. Saint Floyd.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That sounds like a comedy sketch. That's
Saint Floyd, dude.
come on.
I said the same thing. Someone said this a couple months ago to me, and I was like, "There's no way." And I immediately looked it up, and it was Saint Floyd.
Oh wow, there is.
There's
Yeah.
There's like paintings of him.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? Wow, a statue.
Yeah, and all the fucking statues of the forefathers are fucking gone. They're all fucking racist. But even
People
then,
are-
it's like, what do we even know about our forefathers? Like, what have we been told about them that could have been fake type shit? Because I'm questioning everything now.
Oh
dude.
wow, you're really going down the rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
I'm not, it's yeah, dude. I'm like fully back there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, what happened to George Floyd, fucking horrendous. I think.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm glad Derek Chauvin's in jail. I think he should be in jail. I don't, but this is another one of those things where with the extremes, like
Yeah.
I think the logical thing is that what happened to George Floyd is terrible. I think Derek Chauvin should be in jail. Does that mean George Floyd is some kind of hero that we should build statues for? No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? He's a very flawed person.
Right.
All of us are, but
Right.
he was a flawed person. Maybe it's more of a martyr thing. That's
Yeah.
why they build the statues. He's
Yeah.
looked at as a martyr. I mean, I guess I get it from that point, but it's still a little strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I mean. You can't have a nuanced take on anything.
Right,
You
yeah.
can't say, "Oh, what happened to George Floyd is terrible. Derek Chauvin should be in prison." But also, maybe the statues are a bit much.
Racist.
You can't even. Yeah, you're racist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
racist.
mean, you can't even just have like a logical take or what I see it as logical, but yeah, just a.
I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here. I don't know what started all this. Like, was it a thing like
To me,
fucking-
Trump started it, or him coming around started
Yeah.
it.
I will say that. In terms of like the aggressiveness.
It broke people's brains.
Yes.
It's like, it hasn't changed since.
Right.
But dude, if you look at anything from 2015, it was a different world. Look at any like entertainment or anything. You know what I mean? Before 2016, dude, Trump was on SNL. He hosted SNL.
Yeah.
Like everyone was laughing. You know what I
Right.
mean? That would never happen now. At least I don't think it would.
No, definitely.
I would be so shocked if that would happen. Like I don't hate SNL, but it just sucks. It literally become in a lot of ways just political propaganda week after week. You know what I mean? At least when they do anything political.
Yeah.
It's just there's been some ridiculous shit on
Everything has felt political though.
Well, ever since Trump.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was saying. Is like if you look before 2016, it's a totally different world. Like as far as media and entertainment, like even just old comedy movies, not even old. I don't even look at them as old, but they are now. Like, you know, movies like The 40-Year-Old Virgin or like even Bridesmaids or any of those Judd Apatow movies, Superbad. We don't even get movies like that anymore.
True.
Like they don't make comedies like that anymore. And I think it's because people are scared to offend people more and everybody's touchy about topics. So you can't make kind of like a raunchy comedy, it feels like. I don't know.
South Park still gets away with it.
I don't understand that. I don't know how they do.
Yeah.
I think I think it's because it's a cartoon that softens the blow of all that stuff.
The kids.
That they're kids, you're saying?
Yeah, that they're kids. Yeah.
I think that's how, and it's been around forever, but it still shocks me that I don't know why people don't.
It's almost like they have a cult following now, though, because like it's like because I mean, it was a huge thing for me growing up, and ever since it kind of went woke, it kind of like they didn't go downhill because they're obviously still releasing.
I think
great
being
shit.
a cartoon is part of it, dude. Because I was trying to write a joke recently. And I was going to use, sounds ridiculous. I was trying to make a fat joke about myself. And I was going to use Lizzo as an example. And I was like, oh, people might get offended by that. So instead I used Ursula from The Little Mermaid. And that works when I do it. When I say Ursula, I look like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I use that because, you know, it softens the blow. It's a cartoon. Like you can't be
a real person.
Yeah, you're not attacking anybody. Yeah, that was just you know, like I think that I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but I went with the cartoon character and it seems to work.
More than the Lizzo reference.
I never tried the Lizzo thing or a normal person, you know, because I just was like, let's not, because people tense up. They're like, I want to laugh at the wrong thing. Or
that's interesting. You think about how the audience will react to it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know that sounds very fucking stupid for me to say. Talking to another guy, that sounds very fucking stupid. But to think about it that way.
That should be a clip. Make that a clip, dude.
Okay. I will.
That's so funny.
But like to think about it that way, like, let me use a fucking, you know, animated character rather than a real person.
Yeah.
Because I would just think of off the tops of the fattest person I could think about, right? And I'd be like, okay, this is great. People will laugh at this.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I guess that just comes through experience.
And it's not to like dilute the comedy, make it like more, what's the word for it? Like, I don't want to like make the comedy less offensive to like make it more like, what am I trying to say?
Socially
like
acceptable.
Cookie cutter. It's not that. It's just like, you know, if you can make people laugh, if you can find a way to make more people laugh, that's good, right? Like doesn't mean you're like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I wish I was good at articulating things.
Dude, you are. You're a lot better than me, believe me. Believe you me, you are better than me.
Yeah, no, it's worth thinking about how people interpret things. As long as if you can, like, this is what I'm trying to say. If you can make your point and do it in a way that gets more people on board, that's a good thing. You're still making your point. I'm still making fun of that I used to be fat in that joke. I'm just using a different avatar for it, you know, that might make more people open to it.
Right.
So, yeah, if you can make your point and get more people on board, why not look for ways to do that? It doesn't mean you're, like, selling out by, like, pussifying your comedy or something.
Well, even Ursula is a lot more, I feel like, more, I guess, well known in terms of different generations rather than Lizzo, right? So it even works to your advantage.
Well, because of the remake,
right?
Of Little Mermaid,
true.
probably.
That's very true.
Now it's like 2 generations have it, and that's another tricky thing, like time passing. So because I'm older,
dude, I'm fucking. I always flies by my head. I'll always try to use a reference. And it's just a reference that's too old for the fucking, even at me at 34. Yeah, dude, it's way too old. Like,
I was trying to do a bit. I haven't figured out, but like someone told me they were pansexual recently, and like I don't know what that is, and I kind of like that. I like not knowing what it is because I don't know. I can't be offended.
Yeah.
I can't even have an opinion. It's just okay. No one can get mad at me. You can't get mad at me. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I
actually don't know what that is either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke there somewhere. I'll figure it out at some
Pansexual?
point. Yeah, just the idea that I don't know what the hell you're talking about, and I like that. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to be.
That's pretty good, actually.
I don't have to worry about it. Like you don't even have to be mad at me because I'm not trying to be a dick by making fun of it. I don't even know what it is.
But you should learn, Chris. You should learn because that's ignorance.
But it's more fun. It's fun to not know things. That's
well. The left is doing it right now.
Yeah. So, do you feel like the right does that? You asked me that. Do you feel like the right does similar things to the left?
In terms of
well, I think there is extreme right people. Like Ben Shapiro says some ridiculous shit. He just said that like people people shouldn't retire or something.
At 65.
He was saying, that whole thing. He went on a rant.
If you like working, you got to work.
Yeah, he just wants people to work till they're dead. Like, I mean, it's just you're taking your ideology to the extremes.
I think it's just like something that they have to say, like right, like it's like a heightened of who they are, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna go this way.
Mean, they take things to extremes.
Yeah.
I just think it's not as prevalent because they don't control culture. The right doesn't have much cultural power.
Do you feel like they used to? Because I don't even feel like they used to. I mean, with what? Like maybe
not much.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if they used to.
I mean, maybe like in the fucking 50s, but like in terms of like the past 10, 20 years, no.
No. Yeah, not in the past 20
because like, again, like
maybe during like, maybe during like after 9/11. Because there was a lot of rah-rah America shit.
True.
After 9/11.
True.
Like you couldn't really criticize
America
or the wars.
True.
Like
very true.
It took people a long time to see how maybe invading a country that has nothing to do with this is a bad idea.
Dude. And then taking all their resources.
Fucking insane, dude.
It's so crazy though how
but
like
the past 10 years, not really, no. Like since Obama, not really.
Wild. Wild to think about.
But
I think there are just things like you do make a great point. It's like there are extremes from both sides, and I feel like that's where people are headed. But it's like what's more prevalent right now is the quote unquote woke agenda.
Yeah, because that's what controls the narrative in like media and entertainment. It's what you see plastered all over online.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's just crazy how it just came.
Dude, here's a great example of something I noticed. If you go on Instagram and try to do a stick, maybe this is so minor, but I don't know why people don't see these things. Like you go on Instagram, there's stickers, on Instagram. Mm-hmm. There's so many like Biden 2024 stickers or riding with Biden or Joe Biden, he's the best. If you put in Trump, it's all just like anti-Trump stuff. You know what I mean? There's no like MAGA 2024. You know what I mean? It's like so blatant that like one of these things is socially acceptable and the other one isn't.
Yeah. See, that gets me fired up for the Trump shit again. See,
there you go.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
But yeah, and I don't even like Trump. This is the thing. You can't even bring that up or they think I'm a Trump guy and I'm not. I'm just pointing out how skewed this is. Mm-hmm. And the reason this is so skewed is part of why people like Trump. Like you just said, you got fired up.
Right.
You're just that's why people like Trump. They're sick of that bullshit. Or it's part of why, they're sick of that bullshit.
A lot of it, that is for me. I'm just sick of that bullshit.
But dude, you go on like a dating app, for instance. I just feel like there's things on dating apps that are like even just having like 5 million options for a gender or I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people that don't believe that.
Mm-hmm. But then it's like,
but the ideology that has taken control of culture is that the gender is a spectrum. I think people don't look at that as an ideology. They look at the people that, do you know what I mean? That's an ideology. There's people that don't believe that. right? Like MAGA people probably don't think gender is a spectrum, I would imagine.
A spectrum. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't care.
No, I don't care either, but I'm just saying, I'm just making a general point that, I don't care about, I think the gender shit is a total distraction so that we're not paying attention to the people really fucking us. You know what I mean? So I don't care how many genders there are. I'm just saying
that
I'm just saying the idea that gender is a spectrum is an ideology. I would call it I guess it's a left-wing woke ideology. I don't know how else to describe it.
Right.
There's a lot of people that don't believe that. But you go on a dating app and there's like 50 gender options.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean is like our culture is dominated by that ideology. Like everything we see is like, well, yeah, of course gender is a spectrum. Of course Trump is bad. Of course we should support Ukraine. Of course we should, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course the vax is safe and effective.
Right.
That's the mainstream narrative. You don't see, no, there's only two genders. There's no shirt being sold at Target.
And if you're a Christian, you're a fucking...
Dude, there's no shirt being sold at Target that says there's only two genders.
Well,
because you're a bigot if you say that. But there's a shirt at Target that says gender is a spectrum. I can guarantee you that. 100%. And that's what I'm saying where like, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree with either of these things, but of course people think I'm now a bigoted right-wing Trump supporter. Yeah. But literally that's how people are. I'm just saying that's what dominates our narrative. Do people really not see that?
Definitely not.
They don't.
Definitely not. I would say definitely not.
I don't think they do. I think they're just like, well, of course. Yeah. Trump's bad. Gender's a spectrum. The vax
and if you
is
think
safe
anything otherwise, you're a fucking Nazi.
You're a Nazi and
you're racist. You're sexist. You're fucking all the things.
And I'm not even
transphobe.
saying and like I said, I don't like Trump. Gender spectrum, I don't have an opinion on it. Honestly, I don't really care enough to even have an opinion.
But what you're saying is that it's this ideology and people don't understand that it is an ideology.
Yeah, they look at it as like, well, it's a fact. And if you don't agree with it, you're a bigot. No. It's not a fact. No. That's not a fact that gender is a spectrum. It's an ideology. Right. It's something you believe, but someone else believes different. And they're not a bigot just because they believe different. But if, I've said that to people and they're like, they think I'm a bigot for saying that. Yeah. So, which I think the dictionary definition of bigot is like that you don't allow other opinions, which is funny.
No shit.
Yeah, I think let's look this up.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So that's
no fucking way.
A person who is unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or fact.
They changed that. Opinions and fact.
Faction. Sorry, okay. It didn't load the whole thing. Okay, it's a person who is... I'm not even smart enough to read this definition. This is not good. I'm going to skip that word. Obstinately? I've never heard that
I've never heard of that.
Wow. We shouldn't be doing this podcast.
We should, this is terrible.
A person who is unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic toward a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. Yeah. So that's that. But it's literally a person who is unreasonably attached to an opinion.
That's literally it.
That's everybody.
That's everybody.
That's literally everybody.
Literally
so everybody is a bigot.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
What the fuck, man?
We live in strange times, Chris.
Yeah. Sorry, we've probably been doing this for like 5 hours.
No. You're fine.
Did we go way over?
No. I don't know.
Should we stop or should we keep going?
I'm actually going to end it right here on one last question.
Who am I voting for?
Are you going to vote?
Joe Menente. I'm joking. No. What? Am I going to vote?
Yeah.
I usually vote. I should have voted in the primary. I didn't. I mean, I think voting, I don't know if it has a point anymore, honestly. I think voting on, I don't trust candidates. Like any candidate's sad. Because you have to. I'm not going to vote for Biden or Trump. I know that.
RFK?
I would consider voting for RFK. Yeah.
He's definitely the most grounded.
Yeah, I would consider Yeah, why don't people like him? Just because of the vax stuff?
Yeah,
That's why they don't like him?
Because that's the narrative. That's what's the most popular right now.
What is so complicated about, I don't trust big pharma, and I don't want to put a drug in my body. This goes for any drug, not just the vax.
Well, I feel like everyone's on drugs, right? Like whether it's an antidepressant, a fucking anti-anxiety.
Yeah,
like,
and if you question that stuff, people attack you. It's like, well, I just don't trust fucking with my body.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
because I don't do any of that. Even like a Tylenol, I won't do a Tylenol. I'll smoke weed all fucking day, but I won't
do weed, but you won't do
all
Tylenol?
fucking day. Yeah, I won't do Tylenol.
Why not? What's the difference between weed and Tylenol? Because a corporation is making
No,
Tylenol?
well, I was about it back in the day, and not only that, I was very addicted to like pain pills.
Okay.
So I don't do anything of that anymore. And I've had like my dad had a history with taking Tylenol, and he overdid it, and fucking shit happened to him.
That's funny. My dad takes tons of Tylenol too.
Yeah.
Not like to an addictive point, but
Yeah, but no, I don't. I don't take any. Like if I don't drink anymore. But like when I used to have hangovers, I just wouldn't take a fucking Tylenol for a headache. I'd just be like, no, just let me go through it. I'm fine.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where I just don't. Nothing. I mean, the only thing I would take like that's pharmaceutical is probably gout medication because gout sucks.
Okay.
But that's literally about it.
Yeah, I get unless you absolutely had to.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
taking it.
Yeah, exactly. But I would rather do like the holistic way, or just like kind of just.
I don't know why
to figure
people
it out.
get so offended when people don't. Especially, I mean, we've talked. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, it's pretty. I don't like taking any medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I do take some medicine, but I don't like it.
Right.
Because you're fucking with your body.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I don't
my
like that.
body, my choice.
Yeah.
And you say that and they lose their
Yeah.
minds.
And I will say that I took Accutane when I was in high school, and I think it did fuck me up, like my development up.
Really?
My mental development.
Is that a acne medicine?
Yeah, it's acne medication, and then I knew. I mean, I knew a lot of people.
Internal or just external?
In the head. In the head.
Oh,
Fucked me up in the head.
but it was a pill?
Oh yeah, it's a pill that you'd take.
Okay.
But I knew a lot of people back then in high school who were on Accutane and then committed suicide. And like looking back on it now, it's like holy shit, bro. Like I really did think I never was like ever the same after that.
That's not.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I can't explain it.
There's so many more things I want to talk about. But,
Yeah, let me go take a piss then, and then fucking maybe we can keep going for like another half hour.
All right, fuck, dude. Okay. So I feel like social media has, and this is everyone says this, but I do you feel that it has changed the world and society and the way people like value one another? Do you feel
Value one another
because I feel like it's changed how people value one another.
100%.
People are much more cold and careless
Yeah.
with one another.
Like I was just talking to a buddy of mine, and he uses his Instagram to like to solidify like I'm worth like I have value to myself.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is why I want to lose followers. By the way, that's why back to my.
But it does help. You know what I mean? It does help in today in terms of like picking up women and stuff like that. I mean,
Help? What?
yeah, it does.
It's not helping me, guys. So.
It helps.
Really?
What they tell, yeah, that's what they tell me.
Like on Instagram or the dating apps?
Well, I mean, when they meet up, right? I'm assuming like it's just like check out one of my videos. Like it'd be a thing where like I'm a comedian. What's your favorite? What's your funniest joke? Show them the joke. Fucking, they see the number. It's got a couple million on there.
My joke is about sending homeless people to Ukraine. I don't think any girl's gonna be like, "Oh, I like this guy."
The thing is, I like if that went viral and you got like millions of views, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even think they would care to what you said. Like Joe actually said it today, Manente.
Yeah, he told me if you're
said-
if you're not getting laid from your jokes, they're not good enough.
Well, no. Well, he said it's the value. It's the value of like what you bring to them. Like
No, I know.
you know what I mean. Like
Of course.
they're gonna be like, oh, couple million fucking views. Oh yeah, this is gonna bring my value up. Type
So
shit.
it's just weird because when I was younger, I don't remember that being the case.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But then again, I was
it makes me very sad.
I always say that because I'm a class of 2007, and it was that summer when I graduated was the first iPhone came out, and I felt like that changed everything. So I feel like literally 2007 was the last like year
That makes sense.
before it like our downfall in society, basically.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it was different because in high school, I obviously, would try to run game on girls and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't remember a lot of it to where it was like, what is it in society? Because high school was high school. Like, I don't remember what dating was outside of high school without social media because I didn't experience it.
I don't know, man. Like the girls that I knew up until social media really took over, which I feel like was like 2013 onward. I don't know why I feel that way, but I don't know. I just feel like we all just used to hang out.
Yeah.
Girls were chill, just like guys were chill.
Yeah.
It wasn't this thing of like value and what do you bring to the table and like
you could just hang.
Or it was just like no one really was really getting offended.
Yeah,
by
no one was
stuff
getting offended back then, dude.
No, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of what it was. Like if I was gonna meet a girl, we'd hang out like the way friends would hang out, and if something happened, it happened. It wasn't this fucking thing that it is now. I don't know what the hell it is now.
I don't know what it is either.
Fucking bums me out.
I'm not envious.
You have to like play games or like, you have like clout or something or what you bring to the table.
It's very sad. And I'm very lucky that I've been in a relationship for as long as I have.
Yeah, dude, I would stick with that. Yeah. I was never a person that like hooked up with a lot of people. I think the relationship thing's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not envious of a lot. Like all the homies who are single out here and like living life, I'm not envious whatsoever. Because it just, whether or not they're getting laid or not, it's just, the work you put in is like, oh my God, it's like exhausting.
I kind of gave up, so I don't really care.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you either just keep doing it or is that what you do? You give up. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's so hard to find someone out here.
Oh, yeah. It could be an LA thing, too.
Yeah.
People here are not normal. Like, dude, I had someone talk. I delete all my matches on Hinge.
You do?
Because I don't know, dude. They scare me. I don't want to talk to these people.
Why?
I don't know, dude. They're weirdos. Who are these people?
Are they hot?
Some of them, yeah.
Dude, fucking hit them up.
I don't know.
Hit them up, dude.
But,
what are you doing? Are you getting matches on Hinge?
Yeah, I can't talk to them. I don't know.
You got it, dude.
Dude, I
tell all those single homies I live vicariously through their stories.
Their hookup stories.
Yeah, their hookup stories.
No, but the only normal person that messaged me on Hinge wasn't from LA. She talked to me like a normal person. I was like, why is this person normal? I looked, they weren't from here.
Where are they from?
New Hampshire, like closer to where I'm from, New England.
On the other side of the fucking country, bro.
Yeah, it's the only normal person that I've seen on there.
Yeah, no, it's a difficult time, bro.
My most recent dating thing was I had to tell a girl she hurt my feelings. So that's where I'm at, guys. Dude, I'm 42 years old. Do you know how sad it is for a 42-year-old man to tell someone they hurt his feelings? Do you know how sad that is?
Well, my girlfriend hurts my feelings sometimes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But she's your girlfriend. This is just... No, this friend of mine, like I've liked her for a long time. We've been friends for years. I like her. But she was like always like making fun of me, We're friends,
Yeah.
And she like made fun of how I looked in a photo. I was like, like she was like, "Oh, this is the hottest you've ever looked," And so I had to be like, like when you make comments like that, it fucking hurts. Like, I like you. Like, can you please stop? You're hurting my feelings. And she was like, then she was like, no, I meant it. You looked hot in this photo.
Oh, Chris.
So now
you didn't get the signal.
Now the girl thinks I'm hot, but now she also thinks I'm a pussy because I.
You had it right there, bro.
I had her.
You had it right there.
Oh, that's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, like or something. Like the girl thought I was hot, and then I ruined it. You know what I mean?
Dude, that is actually really funny. You got to find out a way how to make that a bit.
I was gonna try it today.
That is a great bit, dude, because it just gets worse and worse. That's good, dude. That's really good, actually.
Okay,
that's really good. I'm sure you can turn something into that. That's really good.
I was gonna try it today. It's probably gonna.
What mics you hitting up today? I'm about to hit NoHo after this.
Okay, I'm signed up at Hollywood Comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you have one last question? You said we're going to end it. You were going to ask me something. Were you going to ask me something?
I don't even remember what that question was.
You seem like you had a big finale.
Do you think? How do you think? Since the last time you were here 6 months ago, I think it's been 6 months. Do you think anything has changed in the world?
Politically?
Yeah.
We're in more wars.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? But fascism's coming. Donald Trump's coming. We're in fucking 3 wars. Like, all our money's being sent there. But fascism. Sorry. What has changed? I don't think much changed, no. More war, more maybe Biden being more, incompetent. Just people seeing it more, just how out of it he is. Yeah. I don't even I have made fun of it, but it makes me sad.
To make fun of Biden?
Well, it's an old man, dude. I mean, he's not my favorite person, but
he's kind of a weirdo. That guy. I just ran into another video I just ran into another one of his sniffing videos, and I fucking
dude. He's a corporate whore. He has been his whole life. He serves the system. He's a perfect puppet, especially since he's brain dead. It's amazing, but still, I don't know. Like, I have trouble. I don't wish bad even on people I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, or I try not to. I try not to. Yeah, so it is sad to watch. But you're asking me what has changed. Man, my brain is like ping pong. I don't think anything's changed. All the same garbage is going on. Maybe people are more aware of how messed up things are, maybe because of honestly, the Israel-Palestine stuff kind of turned things on its head. You know what? Sorry, that's something that changed. That changed a lot.
That it did actually change a lot.
Because one thing I think it changed is it showed people that there's other bad things out there other than just Trump. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just Trump is bad. There's there's a lot of other bad things out there. You know what I mean? Like, because you see they're going against Biden now because he's funding this. And, they're even yelling at like AOC because I forget, but I don't think I think she refuses to call it a genocide. So they're mad at her.
Yeah, that's right. I did see that.
So they show that kind of turned things on. It also is a confusing thing because it's like, what's the right thing to do here? What makes you an ally here? Because it's not clear cut. Like, if you're pro-Palestine, oh, you hate Jews? What do you hate Jews? And then if you're pro-Israel, it's like, oh, what about you don't like the brown people? What are you, racist? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not this clear cut.
Well, this is why I think we just need fucking conversations, dude. Because and again, it's like people aren't learning, man. They're just hearing headlines, reading headlines, and then they're just like, oh, you don't agree with me or the narrative? You're what's wrong with America?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Well, that's the interesting thing, though, about Israel-Palestine is what is the narrative? I don't know what the narrative is.
I don't know either.
Yeah, because
I don't think anyone
because
does.
it's so complicated.
Okay.
Because
True.
there's no clear cut. Yeah. Like, okay, like you know that meme, like, I support the current thing, and it's like the vax, the Ukraine flag, because those were like, oh, this is what you do, of course, to be good. But with Israel-Palestine, it's a gray. It's very gray. How am I a good? How do I show I'm a good person? It's hard with Israel-Palestine because, you're going to piss somebody off no matter what side you're on. To me, let's say people think I'm pro-Palestine. I'm pro-ceasefire. I'm pro stop this insanity immediately. Yeah. Not a week. How
about fucking Trump said that? That's the first thing he said. Innocent people are dying and people are fucking like getting on his ass.
He did say that, but he's also said that he'll continue funding what's going on.
That I didn't know.
Unless he changed his tune, which he does sometimes. Yeah. So, but yeah,
that I didn't know.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's for continuing the funding. But he did say, people are dying and it's not good.
And then they kept asking him, people are dying. People are dying.
Dude, it's like when he was talking to Bill O'Reilly and he was like, well, Putin's a killer. And he's like, well, there's a lot of killers. We've killed a lot of people. Remember that interview?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like. Yeah, I love Trump there. I wish Trump was that more often. I wish, there's things I like about Trump, like that I like. You know, when he challenges the actual establishment in that way, I like it.
Okay.
You know, when he says dumb racist shit on Twitter, it's funny, I guess, but it's not good.
But it's funny.
It is usually funny. Dude, Kung Flu is funny. That's Did he say that?
I don't know.
I don't know where that came from, but that's fucking funny. I had an argument at that time. My friend was like, that's not funny. That's racist. It's like, it can be both. It's both.
I remember, what was it? I forget who I was talking to, but we're talking about Shane Gillis, like fucking how he got canceled for making fun of Asians.
Yeah.
And I had said that to a couple of wokesters. Like, I was like, yeah, I don't know what he said, but I'm being Asian, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. And they both got kind of weird about it. Like, they were just like,
dude, I have a new joke that people have been getting offended by on behalf of other people.
It's weird, dude. Like, don't you feel bad for me? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Right.
That's weird.
No, I had a joke, and my friend who's Chinese thought it was funny, and my other friend who's not Asian
took offense to it.
Or she wasn't my friend, but yeah. And then I heard someone, I've just people have been offended. I don't think that they're Asian, and they're offended by a joke that I have.
That's ridiculous, bro. That's the world.
I'm
we
just
live in,
like
man.
pointing out
the ridiculousness.
Yeah, I could tell you. Should I tell you the joke? I don't know if
it's up to you.
I don't know if we should get into it. I guess we don't have to put it online.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So the joke was like, racism is tricky, you know? Like people are mad at Taylor Swift because she's never dated a black guy. But then they're mad at the Kardashians because they only date black guys. So which one is it? Are we dating? Are we not dating? Like, what's the precise number of black guys I need to date so that I'm not racist? You know, just tell me, what do I need to do? And like I've encountered this myself because I think Asian women are pretty. You know, I told my friend that. He said that's racist. That's a fetish. And that's when I realized how tricky, you know, Asian racism is, because you can't hate Asians, but you can't like them too much either. You know, you got to be a balanced perspective with the Asians. Like I've dated 2 Asian women. Like I might be racist. I don't know. You know, a guy dates 1 Asian girl. He's an ally. Guy dates 2 Asian girls. Who are you, Woody Allen? Calm down, dude. Anyway, that's kind of the bit.
And someone got offended by that?
People have been bothered, yeah. It used to be more offensive. Did that seem offensive?
No.
I used to have a part of it where I was like, what do you want me to hate them? Like now, so now every time I see an Asian person, I just think about how gross they are, you know, because I don't want to be racist. So, you know. A friend and I saw an Asian woman the other day. He's like, oh, look at her. She's hot. I was like, whoa, I didn't know I was friends with a bigot over here. Can you believe this guy? I think they were offended by that. Please don't put this online.
Okay, no.
But,
I won't.
Okay, yeah. Plus, it's material I'm like working on, so I'm trying to figure it out.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll cut that out. But no.
Awesome.
I think your shit would fucking kill outside of LA. I'm pretty sure I remember telling you this.
I would like to get out of LA. Yeah,
you have to. Go to Austin, dude.
I do want to go to Austin.
Go to Austin. I think I'm going there in June.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. My girlfriend's like doing like a birthday thing for me.
Okay. I just don't know what to do if I go to Austin. I guess you
I
can do
don't know.
mics.
Yeah,
I was
know.
there 2 years ago.
I really don't know how I'm going to approach that. I know that I'm kind of lucky because I got some people here.
I think the mics there are weird. They were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now. Now there's a lot more clubs open.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But I know my Trump shit's going to kill there. That's for damn sure.
It should, yeah. Yeah, dude, it gets old being here. People getting, it's just so miserable, dude. Like touchy about everything. I don't know.
It's wild.
Why? Yeah, I don't get. It's a religious ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Race, gender. If you talk about that, or even politics, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
If you're even remotely, if you say anything remotely
mm-hmm.
that Trump did something good, mm-hmm. you're Satan.
Exactly. I know, dude. Believe me, I know. It's weird.
That's religious ideology type stuff. It's like you're so blinded by your belief, you can't see reality. It's the same fucking thing as like hardcore Christian or Muslim.
Right. Are you religious at all?
I'm agnostic.
Agnostic. So you believe that there is a God?
I believe that I have no fucking idea. And So agnostic is you believe that nothing can be known about whether there's a God or not, which that's what I believe. There's no way to know. That's a fact. But in my heart, I think there is something. I don't know what it is. There's some higher power. I just don't know what it is. But I don't think this is all some mistake and accident. I think there's too much coincidence, too much wild shit. I don't know. It doesn't seem, it's too miraculous to be an accident to me.
It's God.
Are you religious?
My faith is growing. Yeah. I'm trying like
Christian or?
I don't know. Right now, I always say faith and not religion because religion is like a man-made thing to me.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's more so just like there is something out there, and
even the horrors of the world seem like they have a meaning to it.
Well, it's free will. It's free will, dude. It's I haven't read the Bible yet. I've just been reading other books to kind of get there. And one of the books I read was Mere Christianity, and it was.
I'm wearing a bad religion t-shirt right now. I just want to make that clear. These guys are definitely not down with the Lord.
But what got me, like in terms of putting it into words, is that a moral law. There's good and bad, and who created that? Right? Like we know that killing someone feels like or should feel like shit. Right, and doing good for someone should make you and make you feel good.
You think that was learned or innate?
I think that is innate. I don't think that was learned.
Huh.
I think it's.
Didn't they used to be way more barbaric though?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So morals evolve and change.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't here thousands of years ago, so I don't know if it was innate.
Right.
But we see the societies that used to exist. They used to be way more barbaric. Although we do a pretty good job now too.
True, very true.
Yeah, I don't know if it's learned or innate.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah. Actually,
I don't know. But you believe in a God.
I do.
But you don't know which one.
Yeah, because like again, like it's like even though like I haven't read the Bible yet, and I want to, right? I also want to read other books just to kind of see where I'm at, because I'm so, like, dude, I can barely fucking articulate politics. I definitely don't know how to articulate fucking religion.
I can't imagine any of the books. I can't imagine subscribing to any of the books. I mean, I used to go to church. I'm a Christian, but I don't know that it just seems odd that.
It's like one of those things where I'm not knowledgeable, so I don't want to say I don't believe it, right? Like,
oh, I don't believe it, but I don't believe it either.
Right.
That's kind of what agnostic is. I grew up going to church. Me
too. I grew up Catholic.
You know what, dude? I actually, and this is funny that I'm wearing this T-shirt because this band is very anti-religion. They're a punk band, but they're a good band. Yeah, I actually prayed before a show recently, and it helped me. I think it helped me.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just my friend. I saw my friend do it, and I was like, "Oh, now I want to do it." You know what I mean? So I did it, and it helped me. I don't know. It put me at ease a little bit, and just had me trust whatever the hell was going to happen. You know, just put faith in whatever's going to. It doesn't even have to be a religion. I feel like.
No, it's because it's not.
It's just faith in life.
Yeah,
in life.
It's
like the life, like the Jurassic Park quote: "Life finds a way." You know what I mean? Right. Like that's kind of like how I feel about it. Like life does have a way of working things out.
I think
even terrible things.
Yeah, and I think we as humans, we complicate things. So I think, at first maybe it was faith, and then people's hands just got into it, and they were kind of just trying to make it their own thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because even like
that's interesting.
That's how I feel anyway. Because someone asked me, like I had a podcast, and he asked me, like, do I pray? And I do pray like that, but I don't ask for anything, because everything he could have given me, he's already given me. So good. I'm like, how I lead my life and how I've been doing it for the past, since I've like a month before I got this job, was that I'm going to do everything now to show you that that you believing in me is well worth it type kind of idea, right? Like let me show you that I'm going to give my life to you by working my ass off and following up with the goals I'd, hopefully like do a family, start a family, do all these things for him.
Right.
And that's how I see it. I don't think, and obviously, like I said, I haven't started reading the Bible because there are things that I don't really agree with, like the whole community thing. That gets a little culty for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's where like the religious stuff and stuff, that's where I kind of back away. I'm just like, no, dude, like this is like a thing between me and the big guy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
and like me trying to figure stuff out. And
so you don't want to go to church, I take it.
I'm not.
I live right by a
it.
Filipino church.
Do you?
Yeah, in
Filipinos
Glendale.
are crazy with the fucking religion. But no, I don't. It feels too culty for me right now. And you know, I've been asked to go to church, and people have been really kind and offered me and stuff like that. But I think I just have to grow more, learn more before I can make that decision to kind of like go into a community where I can feel accepted for what I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't want to offend anyone either, because it's like I don't want to go to somewhere and then tell them like, oh yeah, I don't know about this, and I'm not 100% in it, you know?
I don't feel comfortable being 100% in any ideology. That's why I can't imagine dedicating myself to a specific religion.
Right.
I'm not against the religion.
Right.
It is what it is. I feel like you should always be questioning your ideas
100%,
in life in general.
Yeah,
So I can't
that's
imagine
knowledge.
being like, I'm Christian, I'm this. It's like,
Yes.
I mean, I guess I'm technically Christian, sure, because I was baptized and all that, but
Well, again, those are, just, in my opinion, man-made fucking ideas and stuff like that. Like,
no,
who
yeah, you've got
knows?
the right idea. Like, yeah, I've just tried to learn that like life finds a way. Like I said, like you can only do what you can do. Trying to force things never works, and I still need to remind myself of this. But
true, that's true, dude.
it's kind of what you're saying. You're trying to be the best version of yourself, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
To honor whoever created you.
exactly, and show my appreciation through the way I live my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and focusing on a result from that is pointless. Is what I think. Just focus on doing that, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, and I think that's why, like, we can talk about depression again. I think that's why I've been depressed, dude, because it's like doing this, is this going to lead to what I ultimately want? Because ultimately what I want is a family. I want to be financially stable, and number one, I want to be there while my kids grow up.
Well, stand-up might not be good for
Exactly.
that. Podcasting could be.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I want keep doing stand-up because I think you're good, and I like.
Thank you, dude.
I like your comedy. Every time, and I feel like you get better every time I see you.
Oh,
too.
thank you, dude. I needed to hear that, man. Fuck yeah.
Oh
no idea.
yeah,
It's been
I
a
always
fucking
enjoy
ball.
you on stage. You have funny jokes and you have good stage presence.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Right back at you, dude. I think you're one again. Like I said, you're literally my favorite political fucking comedian in LA, and I think you should just fucking keep doing it, dude. You
Yeah.
can you can hang with the fucking big dogs, dude. I'm telling you, you can.
I had a new joke. Trying to figure out how to. I won't run. I don't know.
Because I've seen you at shows with like comedians who I think are LA's #1 comedians. I've seen you with shows with them. I won't name them, but it's like one of those things where you two on a lineup, you can hang.
Oh, that's
You definitely
nice.
can hang. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done some shows with more experienced
I
comedians.
think you know
and
who
it's
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you can hang for sure.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And I was proud of myself for being able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Which is weird because I normally want to kill myself, and these mics make me feel like I have no idea what I'm doing most of the
No,
time.
dude, I'm telling you, bro.
I'm about to go do one and
Yeah.
probably feel that way. Which sucks. But no, it'll be good. It'll be good. Do you have a show tonight? You don't have a show?
No shows. I don't get. I have not gotten booked since these Trump stuff started coming out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I have
lame.
not. Joe books me,
dude.
but that's about it. But
I'm gonna be running a show with Josh Shakespeare. Maybe you should do it at some point. I don't know if the first one might be booked, but if it is, then
Let me
the
know,
second
dude. Yeah,
one.
let me know, dude.
Okay.
I saw Josh yesterday, actually.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Because we're always looking for people of the similar mindset because there's not many people
Right,
like
I
that
see
in
what you
LA.
mean. Okay, yeah. I see.
And Josh is more in line with you. He's.
Oh, is he?
I don't want to speak for him.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No kidding. Okay.
I think he's more. Maybe I shouldn't speak for him. But
No, like I always say, that we're lurking out there. We're lurking. We're lurking amongst the liberals.
there's a lot of closeted fucking people, dude. You know, people make that joke, but it's true. Like being Republican in California is like being gay in the 50s or something. People make that joke, and there's truth to it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It is. Actually. It's similar like that. I'm not Republican. People think I'm Republican. I'm not.
No. I think you
are you Republican? Are you?
I'm more libertarian. I think freedom. Okay. Yeah, I think freedom is like, I don't think.
I feel like I'm pretty libertarian. Although I'm not, though, because I think we should have universal health care. So that's not very libertarian.
Yeah.
That's why I say I don't know what these labels mean. Left,
yeah, dude, right?
Like I believe left things, like universal health care. Yep. I'm pro-choice within reason. See, I say within reason, and someone's like, "Oh, you're a Nazi. You're a Nazi." Yeah. It's like, no, it's just like I don't think because I honestly. I'm kind of like agree with Bill Burr. Like I think you should be able to do it, but I think it is killing babies. Like
100%.
That's the Bill Burr bit. Yeah. Like,
bro, which by the way, he was here the other day. Oh my god.
Really?
Oh my god.
That's so cool.
That was amazing.
He was on the podcast?
On your seat. Not my podcast. No, not my podcast. It was Neil Brennan's.
Oh, he does a podcast here?
Yeah, he shoots all of them here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, Bill Burr was here. That was wild.
Yeah, he's great. I love
hilarious guy.
Yeah.
All right, to end it now. You're gonna come back on fucking around election time. I'm gonna have you back on around election time. That'll be fun. Every 6 months type shit. What do you
Or if some crazy shit happens, we should do it again.
Okay.
Like in like 3 months or something. I don't know. Like especially if anything major changes, I think we should get together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because maybe we should find a liberal to come on here. That'd be interesting. Because you seem like right in the middle. I'm obviously very.
That would be fun.
Right?
Most of them don't want to talk.
Yeah.
That's
so true.
You know your position's strong when you don't want to talk to anybody. That's when you know you're right.
That is so true, though.
It's a wild fucking thing. I don't understand it.
Yeah, because I don't want it to turn volatile either.
I don't know. Insane. I'm trying to think of someone who would be down.
In terms of liberal, I don't know.
I mean, I know people who are liberal, but I don't. Are you mean like someone who's super woke or?
No, definitely not. Because that's just not going to get anything done.
I mean, my friend Bobby, I think, is a liberal guy, but he's not like hardcore left.
Bobby who?
Bobby Booker.
Oh, really?
He's a great comedian.
Yeah, and hilarious.
I don't think he's a fan of. He doesn't like Republicans and Trump, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be down. I feel like he would be.
He's
very laid back.
Yeah, super laid back.
We could talk, and I don't think anyone would get mad or anything. Like, yeah.
We'll see.
He'd be a good guy. I don't know who else could come in, because most of them, like, I have friends where like it's just I don't talk about politics with them.
Yeah,
we both know because we can't, and that's fine, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
More people need to do that.
Yeah,
and that's something we should have talked about. Is like this bullshit of I can only be friends with someone who thinks exactly like I do is insane.
Insane.
Like my best friend is a woke gay lesbian. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't care that she disagrees with me politically. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
It has no bearing on our relationship as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, there's some ideological differences, but you just accept them and move on.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know when this shit started where you can't do that. It's very odd.
Who knows, dude?
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, off that, dude, I appreciate you coming on this podcast, dude. Fucking Trump 2024, you know what I'm saying?
Trump, guys. That's not going to help my cause. Fuck Trump. Okay, just have that be the
title
trailer.
Of this.
Yeah. Fuck Trump. Chris Keene is a woke retard. Have that be the. No, I'm just
kidding. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for doing this again, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, dude.
I was way funnier than Bill Burr was when he was here. I'll tell you that.
You killed it, dude. You killed it. All right, everybody. Thank you again for listening and watching. Until next time. Bye.